Central is strong. This is a very important podcast that I'm doing today. Broadcast, podcast, however you want to pronounce it or say it. But today, this is the day where I'm strictly going back to my innocent ways. What I mean by that, I have gave my alcohol and my weed and my other substances to my mom, and I turned them away. I put them in a bag. I wrote notes on the sticky notes and put them on a bag and strictly told my parents, including my mom especially, that's the person I handed it to not allow me to drink, smoke, or anything, or to not allow me to get anything from this bag no matter what. And this is the day where I'm going to slow down with a lot of things. So I'm not going to try to look for laying around with people, or I'm not going to try to go out and party every weekend, or I'm not even going to try to be scornful and talk about people negatively. I'm going to do all I can to become more who I was before my sophomore year of college, where someone has introduced me, someone I was in love with, someone that meant a lot to me, someone who introduced me to a certain lifestyle that I shouldn't have been involved in. Even if I was in love, I should have just told the person straight up, no, this is not something that's me. It's not what I want to do. It's not who I am. It's not what I came from college for. But it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. I was in love. I was mesmerized. I couldn't have said no at the time, but luckily for the next person that tries to expose me to anything or try to get me to do things that are wild, I'm just going to tell them no. It's not me. It's not right. It's not good. And I'm going to go back to what I was. I'm going to go back to who I am. Not what I was, but who I truly am. I know who I am. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug abuser. I'm not a party animal. I'm not someone who goes out every weekend. September 26th of 2019 is the day that I said to myself, I've been doing all this good. It was only a couple months ago when I changed my ways. And thank God it's only been 2.5 months. Because if it was any time longer than that, it might have been more difficult for me to let go. September 26, 2019 was the day that I said to myself, I've been doing all this good. I've been goody two shoes all my life. I've been trying to stay out of trouble all my life. I've been holding back. The last time I drank alcohol or smoked or anything before September 26 was freaking August of 2018. I went a year and a month without drinking or smoking before that time frame. And I told myself, I'm going to party. I'm going to drink. I'm going to do all these things because I went over a year without doing these things. And look where it got me. I got expelled from college. I had my ex broke my heart. She lied on me. She made me look like a criminal. I got fired from a job because of some racist people lying on me. I got people that won't hire me because I have to deal with a background check and I have something going on with my background issue. All kinds of stuff going on. That's not even half of it that I just named off right there. And I said to myself, I've done all this good and all this bad's happened in my life. Why should I continue to do all this good? And that's what happened in my mind at that time. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to live free. I'm going to do all the things that I know I shouldn't do because regardless, I'm going to get bad results anyway. But God spoke to me today. And he told me, Central, this is not you. This is not what you should be doing. I made some mistakes. Yeah, I admit to that. I done some things I know I should have done, but it's fine. I'm still alive. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. We all change. Not everyone stays the same 100% of the time. That's life. That's what makes people people. Mistakes, changes, all of that. History, screw-ups, failures. That leads us to the ultimate road to success, and that's where I'm going. Heaven. God. All those things lead to the ultimate road to success. If we didn't screw up, think about it. Will we know what's wrong or what's right? No. So despite of how many failures I've made, how many things I changed, or the things I've done that I said I wouldn't do in the past, it's okay. Nothing stays the same forever. Nothing's really built to last forever. Nothing in the world is really built to last forever. Especially people and their behaviors and what they believe. Sometimes, most of the time. So if someone's judging you, tell them straight up, you got flaws of your own. You got mistakes of your own. Why judge me and hate on me when you got things you got to work on yourself? And we all do. Today's the day that I finally manned up and said, you know what? I still got a criminal thing fighting I still got to fight this criminal thing with my background check. It's nothing big. It's not like I got a felony. It's not like I got handcuffed and got arrested. It's just something that's about something that my ex done, and she told some people about it. That's criminal, realistic type of people, the people that deal with the law, and they done something to my background check without warning me. I had to find out, and that's okay. It's okay I got expelled. It's okay that my heart's been broken. It's okay. Because all these things I'm handling that I don't think I wouldn't have been strong enough to handle a year ago or 2 years ago or before that ever in my life. This is what's making me stronger. This is what's going to force me to resist myself from doing these things like drinking or smoking or having sex. All of that. This is what's going to strengthen me to be like, okay, everything's not going the way I want, but I'm going to still be who I truly am, even in my darkest moments. I know 2.5 months I've done the opposite of that, but guess what? That's another add-on I can add to the list. Even though I went 2.5 months doing the things I shouldn't have done, that I know I shouldn't have done, and that makes things a little bit more advanced and more difficult on my hands of changing who I am to what I originally was, that's all right. Because I can still change to what I originally am, who I originally was always been and always will be, that sensual that I was. I'm going to change back to what I really am as a person. December 9th in 2019 is the day that I said, you know what, I'm not going to end this year drinking excessively. I'm not going to end this year getting high. I'm not going to end this year trying to have fun in some bad ways. I'm not going to end this year doing the things I know I shouldn't do. And even though I got a tattoo and that's permanent, that tattoo is not going to define me. That tattoo's not going to destroy me. And whatever mistakes you made, whatever failures you ran across, don't let that define you either. You can make it past it all, and you can change back to who you were if you're being something you're not right now. And if people are judging you, so what? They're just words. They're not touching you. They're probably jealous of you. They got insecurities of their own. They got their own mistakes they got to worry about. And they're doing everything they can to point out yours to ignore their own. Because they already are defeated mentally and emotionally. And they're trying to bring you down with them. So, one thing I can learn from being brought up my shell in a bad way are these 3 things. I know the things I shouldn't do as a person that I don't think I would have known if I didn't do these things that I've done. I know how people have fun, how people act, how people joke, how people live. And I know when to adjust to things when I have to, even when I don't want to. There's some benefits I got from that relationship with that person that exposed me to these things I wasn't doing before I was with her. And the third thing I can learn is that this what makes men into men. The failures, the mistakes, the broken promises, the things that we do that we shouldn't do. The struggles, the mistakes, the mess-ups, the targets, being targeted as a person for no apparent reason. These are the things that make men into men. So I could tell my grandkids or my kids, hey, I did this before. Don't do it. Or if you do it, be prepared for the repercussions. Or if you want to find a way to stop, talk to me. I did it for 2.5 months at a period of time, and I stopped by practicing, and it worked. And I could tell you the tools and the tips on how to make it work. Maybe I can help somebody down the line. Crap, how can I help someone and give someone tips on how to get away from drugs and drugs addictions, get away from being an alcoholic without me even being in their shoes, without me even knowing how it feels to do these things. There's many good things I can learn from these errors that I made. These errors that I'm just now stopping, that I shouldn't have really done anyway. It's okay. I make mistakes. We all do. But those mistakes won't define me. And I pray whoever's listening to this, don't let your mistakes define you. And if you're being something you're not because of the issues in your life, I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much stronger, so much better being who you truly are, despite of all the things that might be going wrong, than faking things and acting things and being a rebel and being a badass when you know deep down inside this isn't you. You're going to be a lot more stronger being who you truly are, even at the darkest, thickest, unfairest moments of life. So many things happened to me this year that's unfair. It's unbelievable. This has been the most challenging year of my life overall. And yes, I went 2.5 months being something I wasn't. But you know what? December 9th, 2019, before this year is out, I'm going to do what I was put on this earth to do. Be righteous, be strong, lead by example, and do what's good and not what's bad. Hey, at least I got to where I want to be and what I should be doing and what I should be before the year ended. So I can end this decade on a good note, despite of what has happened to me. If I can do this, I know darn well you can too. So let this message encourage you, because it's encouraging me. And for those who believe in me, thank you. I know I wrestled with my life. I know I made mistakes. I know I've done and tried things I said I wouldn't try to do because I was in love or because I was stressed or because I feel like things was unfair. But I'm learning as I make these mistakes, as I run through these errors, as I change in life more than once, as I make the same mistake eventually the second time or the third time or the fourth time or the fifth time. I learn each time to grow, to not be defeated, to learn, to be better, and to be stronger, and to be brighter. I learn each time to improve and to not die, but to become more of me than what I have ever been. If I can do this, I know you can too. So who's ever listening, I pray that this message, I don't know who I'm going to share this with, but I'm going to share it with somebody. I pray that this message that you're listening to helps you with whatever you're dealing with. And it helps you be real. And it helps you be who you truly are. No matter who listens to this, it's for everybody in the world to hear. I love you. I'm here for you. December 9th, 2019, marks a new and more positive beginning for me. It is never too late to fix your life. It's never too late to change. It is never too late to do the right thing. Because we all make mistakes, and we all change, and we all go through phases, so you're not alone. I pray that this bless your day, and bless your end of the year, and your Christmas. Thank you.